Welcome to the night section. So I came across a thread by Chica talking about the baby situation. I won't read the whole thread, but what I'm going to read is actually what made me take a step back and really think. And she says, quote, scenario, public figure does something wildly problematic. Individual Twitter users express their disdain by saying they're quote-unquote canceled. The amount of people using the popular term now turns into what looks like a movement rather than what it is, a shared opinion. Scenario continued. People realize that having a shared opinion holds weight as consumers. Withdrawing support individually adds up and inevitably affects the success of the public figure. Now, when someone is quote-unquote canceled, people know that career repercussions come with it. Look, I could go further, but I'm getting annoyed thinking about it, lol. We have always known that having a negative reaction from the public can damage a career. That's literally why PR teams exist. That's been the culture. The only new thing about it is the term attached, end quote. By the way, if you don't know Chica, she's a dope MC, check her out. And if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you'd like to see more content like this. I would love to hear from you guys and your opinion on this topic. So to break it down, Chica is basically saying that there are consequences to the things that you do or say, one being in the limelight. From her point of view, at least from how I interpret it, is that the idea that there's this looming cancel crowd ready to destroy your career is basically non-existent. And again, that's what I took from those tweets. And today, I really wanted to get into whether or not cancel culture in the music industry exists, or if it's just consumers holding artists and public figures accountable. So we all heard about this DaBaby situation that happened a couple weeks ago. I don't need to repeat the sentiments, but this isn't a new phenomenon. A bunch of rappers present and past have said some dumb crap. It's human nature. Now the controversy comes in when you say it's on the world stage. From my point of view, is there such thing as a cancel culture? In my hearts of hearts, I don't think so. And don't think I mean blackballing, because blackballing does exist, but that's more so within the industry itself. We're talking about social media canceling. And before you click off, let me explain. I put this in my How to Be Famous the Right Way video. I think the art of shutting up has been lost. And I think a lot of artists, as much as the public, are getting lost in the sauce with always having to be vocal on social media, which doesn't translate so well in real life. As an artist, you really don't have to, especially when you're at certain heights of success. Sorry to say this, but your opinion and this idea of having an opinion and you being entitled to that is very true. And it's cool and all, but in reality, like any other job in corporate America, your opinion can get you fired. Freedom of speech does not exempt you from consequences, and don't get it twisted. Design artists are dealing with these corporations. It's a whole different story if you are independent. But if you have any dealings with big corporations, just know that you have to play by the rules, which is as simple as don't lose them any money. So what perplexes me is why people act so surprised when people start losing gigs and sponsorships if they say something or do something that's deemed inappropriate by the majority of the consumers. Even if it doesn't affect you personally, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect somebody else. So of course, in the case of DaBaby as an example, you might personally think he didn't say anything wrong, but for a lot of people he did. A rule of thumb is if you can't say it in a corporate office, you probably shouldn't say it on the world stage. It's the game these artists have chosen to play, and it's as simple as bread and butter. Don't aspire to play in the league if you're not willing to play by the rules, especially knowing how reactive social media is to anything and everything. And not to mention, some things are just inappropriate, point period blank. What I think cancel culture really is being reprimanded and held accountable by the public, because I'm assuming most of the yes men these celebrities have probably wouldn't. Do some people overdo it with the canceling? Yes. Are some people overly sensitive to everything? Yes, but it's life. And truthfully, this idea of canceling doesn't even work. These artists and YouTubers go ghost for 2 months and come back even stronger a lot of the time. So I hope DaBaby at least figured it out within himself, educated himself more, and hired a new PR team. Night section out.